I'm here for two things. I want to talk about mediocre accuracy and drink caffeine. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We've got another really fun video for you today where we're going to talk about, can you expect MOA accuracy out of an AR platform? Today we're shooting our favorite rifle, the 6-ARC. So let me show you that guy. This is our handy dandy, trusty rusty 6-ARC. It's the KP-15, and we've got the really fun paint job by Boone Coatings here. That's the rifle. Let's just get into the shooting, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about the accuracy and what I think we should be looking at in terms of accuracy with the AR-15.
We're just going to start today. We have got the 95 grain LRX, 2562, 2548, 2541, standard deviation of 8.6 to the left target, 25.5, 2473, 2435, standard deviation of 49.2, and then that was 2471. I forgot to reset the session. That's why our standard deviation is so bad there. So have to go back and do some calculating on that one. Whatever these are, these say 26.5. One of these is 26. One of these is 25.5. The other one is 25 or 25.5, 26, and 26.5. So this one's probably 26.5. 2542, 2584. 2525, standard deviation of 24.3. These are going to be accurate 2520. This is 27.6 grains. 2457, 2370, 2445, 2647 or 2467, sorry. 2510, 2517. Some of you will be impressed by that group. That was quite a good group out of this AR. Probably, frankly, the best one we've shot yet. 2521, 2511. That's another good group. 2548. I like that one too. Standard deviation of 15.5. Let's shoot these tipping points. I've only got 4 of them left. These are the 95 grainers. 2406, 2411, 2374, 2386, 2379. Next ones are going to be the ELDVTs. 2849, 'That is an average of 2850, standard deviation of 9.7. That's pretty stinking good for factory ammo. 85 grain T-Rexes. 2608. 2629, standard deviation of 7.2. Last ones are the ELDX factory rounds. 2641. 2660, average 2645.
You're a real one if you made it this far. Thanks for getting to the end of the video. I've got some targets behind me, so let's look at these targets. Let's talk about factory ammo first. If you've been around the channel for a minute, you know that I love the 6-ARC and I've shot a bunch of it. I've shot all kinds of bullets. I've shot everything from the 108 all the way down to like an 80 grain ELDVT, which is what we see in this video. Here's our factory target. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm not impressed with any of these rounds. I measured all the groups, and I'm gonna tell you what our average group size is out of both this and the hand loads. In general, the factory 103 grain ELDX, first round impact here dead center, and then every other bullet went down here. That could be the suppressor, but if you've watched the videos, you'll know that I just don't tend to get really great accuracy with this ammo to begin with. So 4.19 inch group, if you exclude the one that hit in the middle, you're looking at closer to 1.262. 85 grain T-Rex, 3.454. They're just kind of all over the place here. ELDVT, 3.906 inches. Yeah, I mean, that is what it is. And if you want more info on the velocities, go back to the video and watch the segments where I talk through these. And the last one is that 95 grain tipping point. I know the velocity out of this one was anemic, and it is about a 2.5 inch group, a little more than that, 2.695. So, you know, out of all of these ammo, could you kill something with it? Yeah, totally. That's what we talk about on this channel. Is it practical for hunting? And the answer is probably yes. So I told you that I measured the average group size out of those. The average group size out of our factory ammo was 2.829 inches, and that is excluding the flyer out of the 103 grain ELDX. Here are our hand loads. Now, in this video, we use the 95 grain. We used the 95 grain LRX bullets. Some really interesting results here. And this is out of a basically unclean, fouled out barrel. So for all the people that are saying, oh, you're shooting a lead bullet and you need to clean the barrel, I'd ask you to consider some of this data here. We talked through the Varget. I got some of these a little bit messed up, so you're gonna have to rely on your intuition about the velocities and the accuracy here, but I'll say that there's not really a standout except for this group that we shot on the far right here, this first one. It's about 1.857 inches, so almost 2 inches. I don't love it. Out of a hand load, we ought to be able to drive better accuracy than that. And then the other two, we got 1.39 inches and 1.214. So 1.214, we're showing a little bit of promise here. We've sort of got everything in this 2-inch circle. So if you're talking about what you could do with this, I mean, definitely 100 yards, killing a deer, perfect. If you're gonna shoot him in the head, I think you can get away with 1.21 inches. So if that's what your accuracy modal is, that's not bad, okay? You can live with that, especially with the way some people consider ARs, okay? Some people think that MOA accuracy is like incredible out of ARs. I think you can do a little bit better, and let me show you why that is. So our average group size out of the Varget loads was 1.487 inches, definitely heavily biased by that 1.85 inch group that we got there. Now we move down to accurate 25-20. I've shot a little bit of this. If you remember, we've got an old 6.5 Grendel video where we shot accurate 25-20, and it actually did really good, although we mixed up every single bullet, so who knows what we shot there. I haven't even gone back and retested it, to be honest with you, so maybe you'll catch that in a future video. So we shot 3 loadings with the accurate 25-20. Now out of these, 27.6, 1.002 inches, so perfect. In fact, the first bullet went dead smack dab in the middle of that dot there. So if that's what we're looking at in terms of accuracy, I really like it. The other two groups, this is where things get really fun, and I think we're finding something here, okay? 28 grains, we shot 0.505 inches. So we're right below point of aim there at that center dot, but 0.505, we stacked 2. So when you talk about what's capable out of an AR platform rifle, we're shooting half MOA here. Now, I know I'm gonna get flamed in the comments because it's only a 3-shot group and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I hear you, all right? We're testing powders, we're trying to get velocities. Now we're gonna do a load workup here, all right? So stop typing, please. The last group we shot was 28.4. It was 748.748 inches here. Again, all in the dot. They're all circling our point of impact there. So again, I think there's some promise there because we're right there around the point of impact. So can we dial this in a little bit more? Yeah, I think based on this, we have some opportunity, right? So maybe there's something here that we need to figure out our seating depth. Now remember, your copper bullets are going to be like to be jammed instead of jumped. So we need to do some work up there. But what does all of this mean? The answer is, who freaking knows, right? Your rifle is going to do different things than my rifle does. But what I can tell you is, if you really take the time to dial in your load, you find the right powder, you find the right bullet. It's a combo, right? It's an art, not a science in a lot of cases. Maybe actually it is a science. I think we need to dive a little bit further into load development. You can expect minute accuracy out of your ARs, okay? You should be able to expect that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I think the moral of the story here is you can totally get great accuracy out of an AR. Appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the like button. We just crossed the 500 subscriber mark, which means we get to do a lot more fun things over here on YouTube. So I appreciate it. I just did another big range day recently, and we got some really cool stuff. If you like 8.6 Blackout, really cool content coming there. So again, appreciate you tuning in. I hope to catch you in the next one. We'll see you there.